Dave, we know the players have all had a little bit of a break over the last couple of days. Did you manage to get one as staff?
No. A little bit different for us. We obviously had a B team game on Tuesday, which some of our lads played in. An opportunity Tuesday night to go out and watch some live football that you don't get opportunity to do much. And obviously, with Rotherham playing at Bolton, I went to watch that game, and a few of the other staff went out. Everyone was off yesterday, and obviously back to it today. So, like I say, a little bit of a reset for everybody, and look forward to the final 5 games.
How important was it, to have that opportunity to recharge and I suppose almost ring fence these final 5 as a block and approach it fresh?
Time will tell how important it is. I think where I'm at, the focus doesn't drop and never does. And even if it's not looking at what we've got in the next 5 games, you're reaching and searching what happened beyond that. You're reviewing what's happened previously, and you get the opportunity, like I say, to do that very, very little over the course of the season. So that's me personally, but everybody's different. And if we have had the opportunity, like I say, to just mentally switch off for a second, if people can do that, and then come back in today refreshed and ready to go again, then brilliant. But there are obviously 5 important games for us, games that we want to try and win. We know that potentially we don't need to win all those games to secure ourselves a playoff position, but our aim is certainly to win all those 5. But we know there'll be challenges within those games, the teams that we've played against. We've got a few rights to wrong, if you like, from our perspective. I think we've only picked up 4 points out of 15 in the previous encounters against those teams. So we want to finish the season strong. We've won 3 games last week, so winning is a good habit. We want to make sure that continues.
With the goal difference you have, 7 points would confirm a playoff spot. As I suppose a first objective, that must feel very close now.
Yeah. Again, our aim is to win on Saturday first and foremost. You can, at this part of the season, there's always a danger to, listen, football's an analysis industry anyway, and you analyse and overanalyse everything. This part of the season, you do it even more because you look at what might happen here, what might happen there, who's got to play against people and things like that. So you can get embroiled. Ultimately, come the 3rd of May, everyone will play 46 games and we'll know where people sit. There'll be things happen between now and that point that will change the dynamic of what a table looks like, what your emotions feel like, what state you're in terms of confidence, belief, and all them bits. That's when you have to, I suppose, be consistent and control them. They are more difficult to control at this part of the season, as I said, because the jeopardy naturally increases as you get towards the end. We've got to take that as a positive, that there still remains jeopardy in what we've got to play, and that's the position we wanted to be in at the start of the season.
And playoffs would have been a target at the start of the season, but are you ahead of maybe where you thought you might be this season? Because you have gone toe-to-toe with the best in this division this season.
It's probably not for me to say whether we're ahead of where we wanted to be. We came into the division a little bit unknown, and maybe a little bit as an unknown in terms of what we were as a team. We made some changes in the summer. We set out a plan and a target, and we probably knew that we'd under-egged that target a little bit. We said that you look at historically over the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years in this division, 74 points on average has been enough to get a playoff position. We probably felt that it would be higher than that. I think 78 missed out last year. But we've reached 74 points with 5 games to go. So we're ahead of schedule if you look at that as a scheduling, but we've still not achieved what we want to achieve. We felt that a push target for us this season would be to secure a playoff position. The unbelievable target for us would have been promotion, and both them things still are up for grabs. So We want to do everything we can to try and seize the opportunity that's in front of us. Like I say, continue to work and perform in the manner that we have, and try and win football matches. And the more football matches you win, you come and get closer and closer to that target.
Defensively right now, we spoke last week about the options you have at your disposal. Obviously, big players will miss out between now and the end of the season. It was the first chance you had to have Ethan, Brad and Fraser all playing together. You must be pleased with what you saw there, because Corey and I was virtually a spectator during the game.
Yeah, defensively we have options, and like I say, Cal stepped in and did brilliantly when Fraser was out, and Noyle's obviously played his part out there. We've just got to make sure we get the balance right around our defensive structure and our attacking structure, and make sure we continue to be a threat and create opportunities to score. So sometimes that balance will change, but I think over the past few years, really, we've been, although we want to be expansive and we want to be a team that creates goal scoring opportunities, that's built on a solid foundation. And I'm not one of them coaches that would be of a way of thinking around outscore the opposition. I want to score goals, but I'm much happier to win 3-0 than I am 3-2. And if we can make sure that defensively we're organised, that comes from the front as well, and we're really aggressive in how we go about it while still being solid and not real risky, then that's what we want to do. Our defensive record this year has been really good, and has backed up what we've done in previous years, and that's testament to the players, because you think of the changes that we've had to make across that back line and the back unit, and include the goalkeeper in that, to be able to perform in a consistent manner and limit teams to the opportunities that we have. They take huge credit for that.
And Brad Hills at right back has looked every bit as comfortable as Brad Hills at centre back, hasn't he?
Yeah, not really. Again, just because of the way we I suppose try and go about it. Ideally, we wouldn't want Brad as a right back, because he can absolutely do a job there. The way we build it, he looks more like a right side centre back. He's comfortable on the ball, he can step in, and has done that really well. But ultimately, is a very good defender. So very good defender, aerial defending balls in the boxes, but also good 1v1. So he's, again, I suppose for a profile we're looking for, even if you look at us being a back three at times and shifting to a back four, your wide centre backs, you want to be able to move first and foremost and cover channels, but also defend 1v1 in wide areas. Ethan does that brilliantly on the left, and Brad complements that with what he can do on the right. So yeah, in terms of the profile of what we're looking for those positions, those two are absolutely ideal.
You've picked up a fair few knocks over the last couple of weeks. Beatty and Benno, we know, are out for Saturday. You lost Mox in the first half last week. Is he okay for this weekend?
He should be fine, yeah. Like London buses, I suppose. Not many broken noses or smashed up noses happen, then two come along at once. So yeah, he's got a whack on the nose, a couple of stitches in the bridge of his nose, but he should be fine. And obviously when you're back, that'll be what happened with Fraser the previous week. Yeah, two that we weren't expecting, but thankfully no long-lasting damage apart from two ugly players looking more ugly. And fortunately they can play, and means that we're not hampered by, like I say, other niggling injuries.
Any other fresh injury concerns heading into the weekend?
No, we're okay. Like I say, we played a game. Some lads played in a game on Tuesday against Celtic and got some minutes. So good for Paoli and Jay Mingy and people out. Unfortunately, like I say, Benno couldn't play because of concussion protocol. But we're in a decent place. I suppose more potentially positive news, lads that we have got out injured are making good progress. I'm not saying that they're massively ahead of schedule, but I would hope to see most, if not all of them, before the end of the season. Which I suppose when they're first sort of diagnosed, then the easiest thing is to say, oh, their season's over and not really push. But to be fair, they've really pushed, and obviously, from a player's perspective, if I was in their situation, I'd do exactly the same, to be involved in big games at the back end of the season. So hopefully we get more bodies back, and as I said, not at the consequence of losing others.
On Rotherham then, good form right now since the change of the manager. You went to see them on Tuesday night at Bolton. What did you make of them? Obviously, real rear guard display in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Matty's gone and done a brilliant job in terms of winning 3 games out of 3, but they showed different characteristics on Tuesday. How Bolton haven't scored or won that game, I'm not too sure. Rotherham, like I say, have defended with their lives, and the goalkeepers had a really good game and made some amazing saves. But Bolton had 38 shots in the game and 58 crosses. I think it was one-way traffic after Rotherham scored like a really good goal. But that'll be, like I say, pleasing for them, in the fact that they have dug in. It shows that they're still scrapping, they're still fighting. It would be easy in that scenario, not easy, but to not want to go and block that shot, or not really commit to doing that. They've done that, and they've kept the ball out the net and got another win for them. So we know what we're up against. We know that, like I say, the challenges that these last 5 games bring, because we've played against the teams before and not got as positive results as we would have hoped for. So we know what's in front of us. We have our own objectives and motivation, as I say, and we're at home, and that's really important to us. So performance is important, but as with everything this stage of the season, result is more important. So hopefully we can take care of both those things.
Appreciate your time, Dave. Thank you.
Welcome. Cheers. Thank you.